Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Mark with the My Front Range Living Team here in Colorado Springs, and we are back with the Colorado Springs Real Estate Market Update for January 2023. So, if you're thinking about buying a home here in Colorado Springs, or you're thinking that you're living in Colorado Springs right now, or maybe you're moving to the area here, this is some great information. And for those of you who've been following around for a while, for those of you who have been following along for a while, you know that we have been really anxious to see these numbers on a monthly basis because there's a tremendous ebb and flow, specifically over the last 6 months. But so again, before we hop in, just want to remind everybody, this is for the entirety. These numbers are for the entirety of the Pikes Peak MLS. So not just Colorado Springs. So some of this is just north of here up in Douglas County, Denver area. Some of it could be west in Teller County and some of those mountain homes. Pueblo, it's the entirety of all of the numbers within the Pikes Peak MLS, but it does give you a pretty good snapshot of what's happening here in our area. Let's just hop right in as we always do with single family. So sales, as you can imagine, were down about 13%. They went from 851 in December to 739 in January, which stands to reason, right? I mean, not a whole lot of activity in December in regards to getting houses under contract, so sales should be down for January. But get this, a 30% drop from this same time, January 2022 last year. Last year, we were at 1,058 units. This year, down to 739. So a difference of 30% in sales. Average sales price. This one surprised me, and it's something that we're keeping our eye on as we talk about interest rates and everything else. $525,200 is the average sales price of a house, and that's up from last month of 490.9. So about 491,000 in December, went up to 525.2 here in January. A difference of 7%. But more importantly, same time last year, average sales price was $494.9. So think $495. That's a 6% increase year over year. We're going to talk about that when we talk about interest rates here in just a second. So the median price, and the reason we wanted to throw in median price this month, and we do this every now and then, is median price means 50% of the houses that were sold were below this price, 50% were above this price point. And the median sales price went up from $441 last month to $445. What's really unique about that is even though the average sales price went up year over year, $445 is exactly where we were. The median sales price in January of 22 was $445. That's the exact same spot that we're in right now. So again, median sales price means 50% of the homes we sold were above $445, and then 50% were below. And then total active, and I thought that this was interesting. Total active went down from 1,909 last month in December to 1,639. That's a 14% drop. So we're starting to see these numbers kind of play out where the buyers and sellers are still kind of going after it. So buyers, if you're out there, you're probably looking at the exact same homes. There's not a whole ton of new stuff out there. But what's really intriguing to me, 198.5% increase from this time last year. Total active in January of 2022 was 549, and we're up at 1639. Before everybody gets too excited and thinks that that means, oh my gosh, there's a ton of inventory and oh, the sky is falling, it's not. What these numbers are telling us is 1639 at this pace is still only 2.2 months worth, just over 2 months worth of inventory. And again, for a normal market, we need 6 months. So we're still at a third of what we need from an inventory standpoint. On top of that, you're seeing that the value of homes is kind of leveling off again. It's everybody's looking for a great deal, and I can appreciate that. And certainly I think that buyers are able to take their time right now, and that's fantastic. But you can tell by the average sales price going up and the fact that total active is going down, there's still not a whole lot of wiggle room out there. If you're looking to buy a home, not a whole ton of options out there right now. But enough about that, more in just a second. Let's move on to condos and townhomes. Condos and townhomes, kind of the same story, a little bit different numbers. So obviously we went down in sales month over month, 28%, 125 in December, 90 in January. Again, not a whole lot of contracts signed in December. It makes sense that it would go down for January of 2023. But more importantly, same time, 2022 in January last year, 458. Sales are down 43%. So that's a pretty big dump right there, just going from 158 down to 90. That's a lot. More on that in just a second. Average sales price. So if you'll recall last month, that this was unique, right? It went up. So we were at 368.7 in December. We went down in January to 335.9, which not a huge drop. More on that in a second when it comes to median, but still, that is below last year, the average sales price in January of 2022 of 342.5. Not a huge swing, but there again, condos, townhomes, you're not going to have as much of a swing because they're not as expensive. But here's what's unique. The median sales price went up from 320 in December to 337,250 in January. Now, what's unique about that? Remember, 50% are above that 337,250, 50% are below that 337, right? So total active in January of 22 was 79. That is 224% lower than where we're at right now. 256 is the total active, which is actually up 5% from just last month of 244. So we are starting to see condos and townhomes tick up ever so slightly. So let's just kind of encapsulate this whole thing just real quick before we let you take off here. 50 days is the average days on market right now. Current days on market are sitting at 50, which is a 9-day increase. So about another week from last month at 41. So we're still continuing to see days on market inch up, but the reality of it is home values are maintaining for the most part. So it's a really unique time. Again, we're still seeing the buyers and sellers, hey, I gotta sell, but I'm not selling for lower than this. I wanna buy, but I'm not gonna buy over this. So we're still seeing a little bit of that. Really anxious to see what happens as we start to see interest rates kind of level out. So over the course of the last 2 or 3 years, we've just seen the market go bananas, right? We are going to start to see this whole market level out. But here's the deal. Sellers are looking to get top dollar. Buyers are looking to get a good deal. The reality of it is there's not a good deal. If there's a good deal out there, I promise you it's already gone. So there's going to be some negotiations in there. So find where you're looking to go, and sellers, be prepared. You might have to come down a little bit, whether it be concessions or rate buy down or anything like that. And if you want to talk about rate buy downs, you can check out this video right here that we did with Troy Reichert over at Reichert Mortgage Group. So we can do rate buy downs, we can do concessions, we can do sales price reductions, all of that good stuff. But still, there's not a great deal to be had. But the reality of it is, whatever the mortgage interest rates are, right? It's still better than 100% is what you're paying in rent. So I think as people start to come to the market, they're just going to have to realize that the affordability that they once had, you're looking at a different house at this point, because it's not like the value of homes is plummeting like everybody wants them to. It's not going to happen. We're just not seeing it right now. Hey, as always, we hope you found value in today's content. It would mean the world to us if you went down below, clicked on that thumbs up button, and gave us a like on today's content. It would mean even more if you hit that bell down there and subscribe to the channel. We are putting out content every single week to help you make Colorado Springs feel like home. Hey, if you want to take a look at last month's market update, you can go here. We also have a link in the description of the video down below. Speaking of the description of the video down below, we have a relocation guide. If you're thinking about moving to Colorado Springs or looking to buy a home in Colorado Springs, we have a relocation guide for you. It's yours. It just gives you a better idea of some different areas in Colorado Springs that may better fit your criteria and give you an idea of what's out there. That's yours. We would love for you to have it. Just click on that link down there and it is yours. We also have a link to our website down there, myfrontrangeliving.com. You can click that, go to our website, all sorts of great stuff, including some awesome restaurant opportunities coming up for Valentine's Day here in Colorado Springs. As always, thanks so much for stopping by. We appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day.